What's up guys, Drewzy here back again with another PvP deck, and before we get to that deck we're going to talk about, because you guys have been asking what some of my favorite cards currently within the game. So I'm going to go with my top 5 cards, one of each type of card, so tank, ranged, assassin, things like that. I'm actually going to build a deck with all of those cards and then of course add more cards to it because you get 12 cards within a current deck. So I'm going to also try to push some PvP, hopefully get this PvP pack that we have here unlockable for us here in this video as well. So a lot to get to, so let's quickly get into and talk about the cards and then show you guys the deck. Alright guys, here's the deck for you guys real quick. As you see, an average energy cost of a 2.8, so it's going to be a cheap deck. Really excited to try this deck out for you guys. But my top 5 cards, one of each type, is in the first 5 cards that we're going to show here right now. So my number 1 assassin right now within the game, in my opinion, is Rat Swarm. And I love Rat Swarm. I've talked about it multiple times. Love rats because of the ability to just stop a lot of pushes. It's a great counter card. It has the highest damage potential of any assassin right now within the game. That is probably going to be subject to change again, as I've discussed in the last couple of videos, that the epics and legendary cards are going to get buffed here very soon. I don't know exactly when that happens. I think some of these common cards are going to take a back seat. But as of right now, Rat Swarm, very good, very strong card, and I like it a lot. So it's my top assassin card right now. For my top tank, Zen Cartman in the PvP meta, because he just can soak up so much damage. His charge ability is still so good at attracting all those enemies. Then his ability to tank, yes, he doesn't have any damage output, but he doesn't need it. He's got a cheap cost for a tank at a 3, which is the cheapest, and he's just a solid card all around. Really loving Zen Cartman right now within the meta, so I'm really excited to... I've used him in a lot of decks. He's been in a lot of my PvP decks for a good reason. He's a solid tank card right now, and my favorite in the meta. For my favorite range card right now, it's Medusa Bebe. I think she's very strong, even at a level 1 legendary. She's probably one of the strongest level 1 legendaries in the game, for even in the higher tiers of PvP. I'm in the mid 40s right now, so you know, it's kind of hit and miss. A lot more level 2 legendaries you're going to see in the mid tiers of where I'm at than in the lower levels that some of you might be at. But Medusa Bebe's still viable even as a level 1, because there's really no great counter for her. Because if she kills something, then she's getting a snake to then use against you to do damage. So you can't really counter her with rats, because you can just slaughter those rats, and then now she's got this army of snakes coming at you. And the snakes do poison damage. They also, and a few other, and have decent attack speed and decent damage output. She's just such a good card. She's got great health for a range card. I think the highest of any range card in the game. Good damage output. Loving Medusa Bebe a lot. She's a huge favorite of a lot of other YouTubers and other people that I know. So if you don't have her, that sucks. I really hope you guys are able to get Medusa Bebe, because she's a solid range card right now. My favorite fighter right now is Hookhand Clyde. Now I just did a Clyde video here yesterday, but still liking Hookhand Clyde a lot. I think he's going to get a lot better with that, again, the buff to epics and legendary cards here coming soon. So I think he's going to be even better here coming up. Love his Warcry ability to be able to basically almost eliminate one enemy from the battlefield, unless you're, of course, hitting a tank or something like that. But pretty much with the amount of damage that it's able to do, you can pretty much one-hit somebody, which is hugely to your advantage. Pretty good health, pretty good damage output, liking Hook, and his 3 energy costs, pretty cheap for a fighter. Liking Hookhand Clyde a lot. And then my top spell right now is Fireball. Pretty easy to say why Fireball is such a great spell. It's a top tier card. It's pretty much a push wiper outer, because it can wipe out multiple units on the field and do a ton of damage doing it. Fireball right now, it is a pretty expensive cost at a 5 energy, but the fact that you can kill a push that is higher than that and still have the energy advantage, Fireball is still probably my top spell. So here is the rest of the deck if you guys haven't checked it out. We got Calamity Heidi, Bonita Sally, Smuggler Ike, Purify, Choirboy Butters, Angel Wendy, and Poseidon Stan. Excited to use this deck. A lot of these cards I think are leveled high enough to where they'll be useful for me in this current meta. And you know, I think this deck should be pretty solid, should be able to get some nice wins here in this video. So let's just go ahead and jump into match number 1. I did see some of the stuff where you guys talked about some of my commentary and how I was presenting myself in the last PvP video I did with those 10 event cards. So I'm trying to take that into consideration, try to be a little more animated but not douchey at the same time, I guess, in these videos. But really enjoying the support that you guys have been giving me. Thank you guys so much. Looking forward to streaming also later this week. So the first match will be against I have no idea how to pronounce that name. From Thousand Oaks is the clan. He's a level 13, so one level lower than me. I do have Zen Cartman in the start. That is awesome, because he is so great. And he's got Medusa Bebe as well. So let's see if we can't deal with all that. And he wiped out my Clyde before my Clyde was able to do anything, so that really, really sucks. And now I am probably going to get decimated here, as these rats and all that just does devastating damage to me. So not a good start here for me, but we keep this going. I run the risk of using rats and having Bebe use that against me, because she is just very, very strong right now. Again, we talked about it. He's got another legendary here. He's got Token coming up. I need to deal with Smuggler Ike, his Smuggler Ike. Then I need to slow Token down. And hoping I can get Ike to take a bar down, and he does. So there we go. We have evened this score up, which is huge. And I'm going to lose Cartman, but I'm going to be able to kill Jimmy here. And I'm going to use Heidi to try to counter barrel Dougie. Dougie's going to do a ton of damage, however, but I took his second bar down. Now I'm going to use my Clyde to kill Kyle, or hit the leader. It's always nice to do that. We're going to kill Ike. We're going to kill Kyle. And now I got Bebe and Benita Sally going away, and there we go. A 3-bar victory and a first win with this deck, guys. So I didn't use Fireball there at all. Or Purify. Pretty much used just about everything else, but a nice solid win against a pretty strong deck. But I don't think Token was the best card there. I think he just thought, oh, I have these legendaries, so I'm going to use them. Don't always just assume just because you have a legendary card, guys, that it's going to be exactly what you need. And again, my sucky locker opening, but I was able to get the 7 rats, which was all I really wanted out of that, out of those lockers there. Let's quickly hop into match number 2, guys. Here we go against Creeping Devil, I would assume is probably Creeping Death. Creeping Death. That was not right at all with my original pick. Got Zen Cartman to start again, and he is going to come out again. And then we'll see how we're going to deal with this. I'm going to use Stan here. Hoping my leader kills him. He does not, so that sucks. I'm going to get Cartman to distract Poseidon Stan. I'm going to lose Poseidon Stan, but that is still okay. I'm just going to let Butters go. I know Butters is going to die here. Token was not a good play there, in my opinion. And now you have a level 2 Mimsy coming this way, and Mimsy is about to get devastated on. And that is a dead Mimsy. And now I have a pretty sizable push heading over this way. Ike should be able to sneak behind. Oh, he does get the freeze off. That kind of stinks. But I still got a pretty strong push here. I'm gonna get Butters in here. Butters should be able to take out Stan. Butters should be able to take out Dog Poo. And he used Clyde over here to try to take out Bebe, so Bebe is probably going to die. And not really much in my favor there. I do have the energy advantage, I'm pretty sure, though. So I'm going to start a slow push here with Stan in the back. See what we can make out of this. He's just buying his time. I don't really know why. I feel like he's probably going to use Token. Or he's going to use Mind Control, I think. It really doesn't... why am I not using Purify? Because I'm an idiot. And I just wasted it. So that's always good. There's Token. So I'm going to eliminate Token or Kenny. Or neither of them. It's always good. I'm going to use rats over there to deal with that. And he's got the shield, but I have A strong push now coming this way. Unfortunately, not going to be enough to distract that. We got Stan coming. I did get the bar down, so that's good. He froze, but I've got this where I'm going to slow Mimsy down, and now I've got Rats and Butters, and Mimsy is going to go down again, guys. Mimsy, not as good as you guys want to think. 2 solid wins. 2 lower level Mimsy. I mean, people continue to say a high level Mimsy with, you know, either Butters, Astronaut Butters, or one of the Butters pushing him forward, or even Warboy Tweak or somebody. But if you're just using a level 2 Mimsy, guys, you're wasting 5 energy. That is not strong enough, especially not in the 40s PvP. So I got 2 of the best of items there. All but Canadian Knight Ike. I'm telling you, Creeping Death, if you're watching this video, get your Mimsy, take Mimsy out, put any other tank in until he's higher level. And maybe he might be useful, but I still don't like Mimsy. But it looks like we got a new level of PvP. We're back up to 45, not a new level. We're back up to level 45. Oh no, it is a new level. So there we go. 45, new high score for us here, guys. And I know some of you have been asking, Drew, are you going to be pushing for Legendary? As you see, I'm 5 some levels away. I may not push for it this current season, or whatever you want to call it, because Season 1 essentially will end February 1st, which is next week. As I'm recording this, I may push for it next season. I don't have high enough level cards. I don't have any cards at level 5. I have about a handful at level 4. I think I need to get my cards higher leveled, and then especially when these epics and legendaries are buffed, see where those kind of changes the meta and stuff before I continue to push. So Unknown 35 looks to be our last opponent for this video, and another Zen Cartman to start. So another great starting hand for us. Let's see if we can make this work. He is Cartman himself. He's going with Grand Wizard Cartman. I'm going to delay my Cartman. And then I need to hook and Clyde one of his units. I'm going to slow all them. I'm going to do this. And then we'll see how we do here with this middle push on push here. He's got all of his fantasy cards versus mine, and it kind of looks like we're kind of drawing even. Nobody's really winning this exchange right now. It looks like I'm going to come out of here fairly unscathed. I don't like that the Sally went that far out. And now he's coming in with Randy. So let's see if Ike can deal with Randy here. And he does. And Cartman's down. And now I am the only one with the unit on the field. And we're going to do Clyde on Clyde here. Or not. But I'm going to stop his Clyde with my Rats. He's going to stop my Clyde with his Stan. That's alright. Not the worst thing in the world. I think I do have the advantage as far as the amount of energy I'm going to be able to have. And he transmographied me, which I don't think was the smartest idea. So I've got my Stan. Let's do this. Oh no, please don't do this, phone. Oh, okay, and Clyde, taking him out. I'm gonna draw dog poo off. Get Medusa Bebe out here, and he just let. Oh, Almost got it. He takes out Medusa Bebe. And distract the Cox. Kill Randy. And there it is. Not a lot of commentary there at the end. Kind of concentrating a little bit. Able to get 3 consecutive wins with this deck, guys. This deck works. It's fairly cheap cost. Of course, unfortunately, a lot of you may not have Medusa Bebe. That might be the most difficult card in this arsenal, but I think this deck, you know, I guess for Medusa Bebe, you definitely need another range card. I would say maybe Gunslinger Kyle would work with his increased damage buff, but like an Adventure Mystical right now, Adventure, one of the big upsides is their cheaper cost. Mystical just has great survivability. But as you see, guys, we have a new high level in Arena for myself with this deck, with the 5 PvP cards that I like the most right now. I'm going to open this PvP pack and then wrap up the video. So we got coins, we got some tickets, some cash, some upgrade items for Mystical, which is good, Dwarf King Clyde, Alien Clyde, Wendy, and Powerbind. So a lot of Clyde and Wendy love, but no love with no legendaries and no real epics. So another crappy PvP pack for myself. I do not get good PvP packs. I do not know what my terrible luck is in this game, but this is the deck again, guys, that we used in this video. These have, as you see, the first 5 cards in this deck. Rats, Cartman, Bebe, Clyde, and Fireball are my favorite cards right now in PvP. But I will most likely update this video, update this deck as the cards are tweaked and updates come. But I feel like this deck is pretty solid. I feel like a lot of these cards, a lot of you guys will be able to use. But let me know down below what you guys want to see here on the channel going forward. Some streams are going to be coming. A lot of ideas, a lot of different stuff going on. Really, really excited for what has been going on here on the channel. And but until next time, guys, my name is Drewzy.